Welcome to Black Coal Woodworking. My name is Matt. Today we're building this mighty fine easel. I'd like to explain more about it at the end. There's a lot of features that I particularly like about this design, so let's get into it. This lovely easel is made from a 2x4 that I cut in half. This part of it is about 5 feet long. After running parts through the table saw, I generally put them through the planer to get rid of any marks from the saw blade. After that, I cut a half flap on the bandsaw and then cut the other part of that half flap on the table saw. Here I'm cutting the little pedestal part that will hold up the 5-foot stretchers. For the parts that actually hold canvas up, I cut a 1.5-inch strip out of a 2x4 and then cut a little L into it, or basically cut out a rectangular part out of that board. And that's going to serve as part of my shelf, and then that inner piece, that rectangle that I cut, will actually serve as a foot. So that's about a 3-foot long piece, which is about the width of a canvas that my wife normally paints on. The second set of these parts I cut kind of the same, and that's because I need more foot parts, and I'm making more parts to hold up easels. One's going to clamp from the bottom and one from the top, and they can even make more of those things. To put the easel together, I glued these two stretchers, the 5-foot pieces, together with a piece of wood that was the thickness of the half lap, and that gap in there is the perfect width to fit the bolt that I have. It's a carriage bolt with a thumb washer or a thumb turn nut. What is that thing called? A thumb washer? A thumb nut? I don't know. Anyway, you can spin it on with your fingers. After the glue dried, I cut the ends just so that it was nice and even and looked a little bit better. And then I attached the foot pedestal. The pedestal is about 1 inch thick, and it's going to hold up the 5-foot stretcher bars that the easel will rest against. I tacked it in from the back at first just to kind of hold it in place, because the screws I'm using are just a little bit too long, so I had to find a creative solution for it. So I clamped it like this with that little tack in from the back, screwed it through from the front. So yes, I do have screws sticking out the back that I will yet need to clean up. While I was there, I did attach the foot by gluing and screwing it into place as well. I made sure to sink the screws in a little bit deeper, that way they wouldn't catch on anything. To go along with that, I added a piece where I can mount the feet to, and it's basically a little T like so. I needed a lot of gluing surface on the back, so that's why it's shaped that way. And then it was time to take care of them crazy screws that stuck out. To hold the canvas, I'm making these little T-bars, gluing them together. This is the part that I cut the foot out of, and then I just cut another piece that was the same depth and made a T out of it. And then I went on to attaching that little foot pedestal holder. I made 2 of those, and then out of those squarish rectangle pieces that came from the T-bar pieces, I drilled my holes there, and then I also extended the holes, so I drilled 2 holes, one on the end and one toward the middle a little more, and then used my jigsaw to create a track in there so that I could make that whole foot pedestal thing adjustable. And now you can choose the angle that you want to have this easel sit at. It will sit very straight, but you can also lean it back. Here I'm just putting the bolts that hold the canvas. So this is the final product. You can see that I've got 3 bars that hold canvas, and the canvas actually sits against the back of those bars, so that when you press on it from either side, it's got support right along nearly the whole canvas, probably the whole canvas. This is a 3-foot wide bar. So you can see how that is put together there, and in the back I've also got those little thumb washers, thumb nuts. I don't know what to call them, somebody help me out. You can see I've got an extra kind of pedestal holder back there, because when I went that low with it, it wasn't stable enough, so I mounted another one up high. Since they were glued on, I didn't really feel like knocking it off. Another feature I really like about this is that you can add more stretcher bars or different things that you want using the same bolt and thumb nut thing concept, which makes this thing really versatile and allows you to add so much more to it. It's really sturdy, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and hit that like button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.